I want to bring in now veteran journalist and NewsNation correspondent at large, Geraldo Rivera, to weigh in on all this.
Hi,
Geraldo. Boy, I saw you tweeted last night about the deaths of these aid workers. This afternoon, you called for a ceasefire now in honor of these dead aid workers, saying it's time to, quote, end this horror. Just your reaction.
It's just awful. First of all, I have no emotional reaction to the attack on the Iranian generals. To me, that's within the scope of the shadow war that Israel and Iran have been waging for decades. The aid workers, what happened to the World Central Kitchen, what happened to these 7 wonderful humanitarians, is so far beyond the pale, I choke up even thinking about it.
Yeah.
I've watched these people at work since the Haitian earthquake of 2010. And to see them now trying to save starving children in Gaza, to be cut down, to be exterminated by Israel is very hard to bear. It is awful. It is horrible. It is it's something that makes me sick to my stomach. This should be the event that says to Israel, stop now.
And yet,
yes, we want the hostages back, but you must cease fire now.
Yeah, and yet we have Netanyahu saying today, this is what happens in war. I'm not sure that's going to fly this time. These were 3 separate missiles on 3 separate targets. This convoy was stretched out. And they had clearly coordinated with the IDF. Here's where we're going to be. Here's how we're driving out. They were clearly marked.
If that is true, that this was coordinated with the IDF, that there were 3 separate strikes, that the vehicles were clearly marked, then shame on Israel. It's time to face facts. For us supporters of Israel, to face facts. This has gone as far as it can go. 500-pound, 2,000-pound bombs unleashed in this manner, 32,000 dead, mostly women and children. It's enough. It's enough. It's gone as far as it can go. Blessed are the peacemakers. Yeah. Let this thing stop now in the name of these aid workers. They sacrificed everything. They sacrificed everything for the most humanitarian reasons, to feed the starving civilians. To go on now, and what now? What are we going to next week when more innocent children or more aid workers or other innocents are killed? What's the excuse going to be then? Netanyahu should be fired. He was asleep at the wheel on October 7th. His inaction, many people believe, helped fuel this Holocaust. Stop it now. Stop it. Free these hostages. Free them. Cease fire. And stop these attacks. And if this is true, that they knew who they were, shame for shame, Elizabeth.
Or should have known. I don't think anybody's saying they actually deliberately killed these aid workers. I think it's that these aid workers had communicated, and whoever decided to attack them didn't get the word. I don't know. Let's wait for the investigation. By the way, the World Central Kitchen, along with another major aid organization, has now suspended all operations in Gaza, which is a terrible thing for the people there who desperately need food and medicine. But Geraldo, I want to get you your reaction to former President Trump. He gave a big speech this afternoon in which he cited the Biden border bloodbath, saying that every state in the country is now a border state. This issue is a huge liability for President Biden right now. Polls show 2/3 of Americans disapprove of his handling of the border. 45% call it a crisis.
Well, and it's 45% plus those who believe it's a major problem added together. You know, it's extraordinary how many people see this now as the #1 issue facing our country. It is undeniable. The drone footage has made it undeniable. Now we know, now we see. The southern border is hemorrhaging. It's you know, in the hundreds of thousands. We have to face that every state is a border state. But I have to say, this case that the president has highlighted,
Ruby Garcia.
Ruby Garcia.
Yeah.
As I understand it, she and the alleged murderer were living together. They were a couple. This was being treated as a case of domestic violence until the status of the assailant was made known. Then it was exploited by local politicians, and the president got the word, and now it's illegal criminals committing all this horrible violence. As I understand it, the Brandon Ortiz, the man involved, came as a very small child to this country. He was one of the dreamers, one of those deferred, I forget what it stands
DACA,
for. But he was one of those protected, protected, a dreamer. Then he was caught driving while intoxicated. He was deported. He snuck back immediately. As I understand it, he came back in 2020, which means he came back on Donald Trump's watch.
Thanks so much for watching. Go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.